Patriot Prime Reviews is a channel for adult collectors and may not be suitable for children under 13 years of age. Viewer discretion is advised.
This video is sponsored by Toyhax.com. They're your one-stop shop for reproduction decals for your vintage G1 Transformers and upgrade decals for your modern bots. Weaponry for your figures from the Toyhax Armory, and great-looking backdrops for your display from Toy Stages. And when you visit Toyhax.com, make sure and use my monthly promo code to save 15% off your order. So yes, 15% off when you use my promo code right here. So check out Toyhax.com and make your collection stand out from the rest. And tell them Patriot Prime sent you. Now, on to the video. The feature bot in this video is 1985's Generation 1 Omega Supreme. Now, Omega Supreme hitting the toy shelves in 1985 more or less guaranteed his appearance in the TV show and Marvel Comics. He made his first animated appearance in his television commercial where he took on Starscream and Thrust. In the animated series, he appeared in the Season 2 opener where it showed he crushes Blitzwing when he transforms into robot mode. His first full appearance was in the episode Blaster Blues, and then he appeared off and on in some other episodes, including fan favorites, The Secret of Omega Supreme, and The Key to Vector Sigma. In Marvel Comics, he made his first appearance in issue number 19, where it was shown that Grapple had created him. Prime got Grapple from Cybertron, and that was his secret mission, was to build Omega Supreme. Now, in that issue, the Decepticons attacked the Ark, and Omega was waiting and took out Starscream, Skywarp, Thundercracker, Rumble Frenzy, and Buzzsaw, and just wiped them out. And then he just became a background character, not really doing much of anything until issue number 50, where Starscream returned and gleefully returned the favor of Omega blasting him and obliterated Omega Supreme. And that's pretty much it for the short history of Omega Supreme. Now, let's take a look at this awesome mechanized Autobot. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and welcome to Patriot Prime Reviews. Now we'll start things off by taking a look at Omega Supreme in his alt mode, the Autobot Defense Base. And this base includes a large oval track, a rocket ship, a launch tower, and a tank. Now the first thing we'll do is take a look at the rocket ship first. It's your basic looking rocket ship. I think it looks really good. Lots of nice molded details all over. Few of the original decals are still on this guy. I believe I put that Autobot symbol on myself from an old Toyhax set. He does have landing struts here, so you know he could land, and when he takes off, you can collapse these as he's going through orbit. So I guess you can imagine that that's flames or rocket boost then, but you know, open them up, and he lands right there on the base. Now, the tower here, there's really not much to go over with the tower. You know, it's just there to support the rocket, and really, it doesn't support the rocket. The rocket can be there or be anywhere. It doesn't really matter, but it's where extra pieces of Omega Supreme go. Then, of course, we've got the tank, and I love the looks of this tank. It's very futuristic. It's got some of the original decals on it as well. There's some guns here on the front. You got the black treads. You've got the turret here on top with the window on the back, which is Omega Supreme's head, if you didn't know that already. So tank looks pretty good. It is heavy because it is motorized. It's got the wheels right here that you line up on the track. You flip the switch and it rolls. He does take AA batteries, as you can see right there. So let's go ahead and get this guy fired up so we can take a look at him in action. Now, fair warning, if you've got headphones in or have this video turned up really loud, you need to turn it down right now because this vintage motorized tank, well, it's got the glorious sounds of the 80s. Got a switch here on the back. Let's get him fired up. And there he goes, around and around. Let me turn the lights off here so you can see that he does have lights. See right there with the flash. So pretty pleased that the lights still work on this guy. But yeah, that's Omega Supreme in his alt mode. That's all he does. He runs around and gets off track. He's a little close to the wall. Damn. Earthquake. Sorry about that. So yeah, he was a little close to the wall and he got stuck. But tank's really, really cool. I dig it. I mean, I went through a few of these before I finally found one that worked, and I'm quite pleased with what I got. So now let's go ahead and get Omega transformed into his robot mode. And to do this, we set the tank aside, we set the rocket aside, we take the launch tower out. I apologize for bumping into the camera. It's just right here on a tripod. I had to really back it up for this. And what you're going to do is just take all of this apart. You got the rocket tower in pieces. You're going to separate the track here. Got these little clips underneath. And these all just slide in to slots. Let me flip this around so you can see. So there's this little clip right here. Take this out. It doesn't really serve much of a purpose other than a place to hide. And everything comes to pieces, and once everything is to pieces, now we're going to assemble Omega Supreme. Now, if you're one of those that complains about parts forming transformers, you might as well turn this video off right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with Omega Supreme's tank. Take these sides and bring these down and extend the white section here that forms Omega's arms. You can just kind of bring those up out of the way. Next thing, we're going to take the turret section here and bring this up. And this section will flop right down, forming the upper part of the chest. Just slide the battery cover up where it connects. So there you go. Now you can rotate the head around to where the visor is facing forward. Then you're going to grab the treads and slide these out until they lock into place. Now, to transform the tank back with the treads here, if you force it, you could break the struts on the inside that enable Omega Supreme to walk. There are these little buttons here on the sides of the treads. You push those in, and then you're able to slide the treads in. You don't need to do that when you bring them out. So if you ever get an Omega Supreme, don't forget that. Just don't shove those back in. You can break your figure. So from right here, as you can see, we got Omega Supreme's body. Then you're going to take these sections of track right here. You've got these pieces that will line up like so. And what you're going to do is the inside here matches the inside of the tank tread. So you want to line the right side or the right one up. So the one here with the bigger circle on the inside, that goes on the inside of the leg where it's hollow. So you line that up there. Go ahead and get this one. This is not that easy on camera. So there we go, hold that in place. And now match that up and it snaps into place just like so. So we got one for the other side. We're going to do the same thing. The big hole right there goes on the inside of the tread. Line that up. This piece here. Always get those upside down. As a kid, this was not a fast transformation. Now, what's funny, if you remember in the show, when Omega Supreme would take off in his rocket mode, you know, he's at the base, he takes off with just the rocket, but when he lands some other planet, he always has the entire base with him in order to transform into the robot. All right, so now we've got this going on. You've got the feet that were the base of the rocket tower. And what you do, you just line up the slots with the feet, and those just snap right into place, just like so. So we are starting to see Omega's robot mode. Now let's get these arms up out of the way and bring in, I don't know, his pants. You got these other sections of track that form the leg armor pieces, so they kind of go just like that. And how those work, you just simply snap them around the legs of Omega Supreme. I think, let's see. This is not an easy figure to transform at all. So once you get this in, if ever, okay, there we go. So once you get those attached, you're going to take the yellow clip right here and you're going to slide to little notches right there, slides over those tabs, and that'll lock that leg piece in place. And then on the back, you've got tabs as well. You got the long tab right here, you got the long clip, the long arrow, slide that down, and then the little mini one goes here up top. So there we got one leg piece attached. We'll go ahead and do the other side. The legs are the hard part. Once you get these on, everything else is no problem. It is a pain in the ass to do. There we go. Get your armor pieces on. You have to have these. If you don't have these armor pieces, Omega's not going to hold together at all. So, little one here up top. And these are the ones, the pieces that are most lost. I saw on eBay, there's people that make 3D printed versions. So if you don't care if yours is authentic or not, there you go. All right, now we take the rocket ship and just separate it like so. For this hand here, you want to slide this in. There is a, let me see, there's a button right here. You want to slide this in to where that clicks. So that button lines up to the slot or the hole that was on the arm and locks that in place. So it's not going anywhere. To take it off, depress the button, slides right off. So lock that one in. And then we've got the other side, which is now going to be this big laser cannon arm. Same deal. You got the switch right there, the button. Line it up, snap it in place, and there we go. Now for the wings. You got the backpack right here. Now there are a couple of different options you can do. The wings are the tracks, and there are tracks that have these little notches on the end. These notches, get out of the way, Omega. You attach these to the backpack just like so. So let me find this one. So you can attach these with the middle notch and then attach the rest of the track to Omega to form these huge wings if you'd like. You can also just leave these attached for, you know, smaller wings, or what I like to do, let me get this undone again. Now to unsnap this, you just pull that little lever down. What I like to do is I just put these other pieces in storage, and I only use these track sections here with the notch thing at the bottom. You got the rocket pack or the backpack. Attach these like so. You got little holes right there. Line those up. Line those up. Shut that. Snap it in place. There we go. And then you just take this and slide it up over Omega Supreme's shoulders. And there we go. We've got Omega Supreme in robot mode. In robot mode, Omega Supreme is one beastly looking bot. This is a bruiser. This is the Autobot's last line of defense. Now, taking a closer look at the figure, he looks great. I mean, I just love the looks of this guy. Like Jetfire, he is an iconic figure. Now, since mine's the original G1, he has no face. You look in the visor, there is nothing there but a light bulb somewhere on the inside. When they released the Encore version of this guy, he did have a kind of a face there inside. But this is the OG, so the cartoon face was just something done for the cartoon. So yeah, he's big, he's beefy, and he's pretty much a brick. I mean, there's not much posability with the figure at all. The arms can rotate all the way around, but you know, you're gonna have to work around the wing sections here. They go out, they go in. There is a bicep rotation, there is a bicep bend, and he's got these big old honking claws now. That was the landing strut for the rocket. Now the arms are heavy, so it's hard to get a pose, but those arms are just going to drop back down into place. Same here on the other side, can rotate all around. This arm poses a little bit better. It's lighter, you know, that's your big blaster right there. No articulation in the legs whatsoever. I mean, it's the arms and that's it. Now you can move the head side to side if you want. It can rotate and do a complete 360 as well. I believe in the comic or cartoon, he flipped around and he used his cannon for his face sometimes. Now, another gimmick with Omega Supreme, we saw the tanks motorized. The robot is motorized as well, and I hope it works. I haven't turned this guy on in years as far as the robot mode's concerned. I always knew the tank worked. I'm not sure about the robot mode, because when you snap the treads in place, it locks in these struts on the inside. And man, almost every Omega Supreme tank I got, one of those struts was broken. So I'm not sure how this is going to work. Going to flip the back. Once again, this is going to be loud. He's got one foot that's moving. Well, that sucks. So just pretend he's walking. And you can see I got the one leg that works. That is a dead leg right there. That's disappointing. But you get the idea. He would walk slowly toward the Decepticons. He's got the face lighting up right there. So, yeah, just use your imagination. Or I guess he's impatient. He's stomping his foot. And now for some quick size comparisons. Here is 1985's Generation 1 Omega Supreme with Generation 1 Optimus Prime, Generation 1 Jetfire, Generation 1 Defensor, and Transformers Reactivate Optimus Prime.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
1985's Generation 1 Omega Supreme is a fantastic and fun Transformers toy, though he's not fun to transform. The base mode is great, very interactive. I loved playing with that as a kid, though it was always hard to imagine him being the Autobot transport when most of the Autobots were the size of his rocket anyway. The motorized tank feature is fun, even though it just goes around in circles. I like the flashing lights. I like the rotating turret. I mean, it's fun. It was 80s. Robot mode is a blast as well. He's big, he's beefy, he's got that massive claw where he can grab and smash Decepticons, big old cannon arm to blow them away, and he walks. Usually, mine does not, and that's really unfortunate. That disappoints me. I'm going to have to take that tank apart, see what's wrong with it, maybe see if I can find another piece, or maybe they 3D print those cogs now, and I could fix him for cheap. So all in all, Omega Supreme is a great Transformers figure, an iconic Transformers figure, and a figure that belongs in your collection if you're a G1er. Now guys, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to click that bell icon to get notified when I upload new videos. Also, if you're in any position to help out the channel, I do have a super thanks button, and I also offer channel memberships. And I have to give a huge shout out and thank you to all my current channel members, because it is your support that helps keep this channel going. Once again guys, this is Patriot Prime, signing out. Hooah!